What's up, guys? Hello, everybody in Event Professionals Marketplace. Hi, guys. How's everybody doing? Yay. So I am CeCe with CeCe Designs and Events. Hey, babe, do you know where my phone is? I am so thankful to Lorna for bringing me on and letting me talk to y'all. I am super, super excited. Thanks, Lorna, for that fabulous introduction. I am the queen of pink for sure, and I always have my pink flower in my hair. So, what's up, guys? Happy Monday night. So again, I just wanted to thank, hi Patricia, hi Lorna. I want to thank Miss Lorna, hi, for having me and asking me to come talk to y'all today. I'm super, super blessed and excited to be here. And so while everybody's logging on, in case, like if you didn't get to hear Miss Lorna say all those fabulous things about me that like, oh, I had somebody really amazing write and like lie about. No, I'm just kidding. I am CeCe with CeCe Designs and Events out of Birmingham, Alabama. So I would love for you to, as you're logging on, say hi, tell me where you're watching from, and also tell me if you have ever watched me or seen me before, because that always lets me know if I should warn y'all to cut your volume down, if I should prepare y'all for like the level of realness that I bring and transparency. But like I said, I am CeCe with CeCe Designs and Events, Birmingham, Alabama. I am a floral and special event designer. So not only would I love to see for everybody to say hi and tell me where you're watching from tonight, but also tell me what you do as an event professional. Are you a floral designer? Are you a wedding planner? Are you a DJ? Are you a cake artist? All the things. And so I just love seeing that if y'all continue to just roll up and tell me all the things. So I see definitely some familiar faces. Hello, Deidre, Patricia, Wilna, Clarice. Let's see. Hello, Diane. I know Miss Diane, Tawanda, Abina, Danielle. Hello. Hi, everybody. So y'all, please, please, please continue to just say hi. There's my sweet and amazing husband, the Greg Todd. Tawanda, Fort Lauderdale, planner, designer, awesome. There's Z. Hey, watching from Maryland. Hi. Patricia's watching from North Carolina. And LaPrice is a wedding and event designer. Awesome. So, yeah, so Lorna read my really amazing biography. That like some really fantastic things that I've done. I love creating events and weddings. I do a lot of VIP clients. I wouldn't say a lot. I mean, I do a handful of VIP clients. That's all you can handle is a handful of VIP clients. White Sox players, Washington Redskins, but also, like I said, Kevin Hart, Train. I've done flowers for a wide array of people, but on average, I'm just your good old fashioned, just over the top extra event designer. I really love, love, love being creative and doing this. And there's somebody from Hotlanta. What's up, Miss Shamira? But I also speak and educate. That's really kind of one of my biggest passions. I equally speak and educate and travel all over the world doing that as much as I do doing weddings and special event design. So y'all keep logging on, saying hi, telling me where you're watching from. And then I have a private group that's called Live with CeCe. And so I would love for y'all to just go ahead and come on over there and follow me. That's where I do a lot of my teaching, a lot of my educational pieces. And then also check me out on Facebook at CeCe Designs LLC and Instagram. So that's my little way longer than 30-second elevator pitch. So let's just jump into it. So when Mrs. Lorna reached out to me, and first of all, if you've ever watched me before, you know what this says back here. That's my key phrase. I don't know if y'all can completely see it, but it says cover your panties. And I'll explain that just a little bit longer, in just a few minutes. But when Miss Lorna reached out and asked me to come talk to y'all, she just said, "Hey, could you come? Kind of talk a little bit about your story, a little bit about kind of your kind of what I went through to get where I am, and just a little bit of just inspirational, all the things while we are in lockdown." So who's going crazy right now? So everybody's been telling me where they're watching from and what you do in the wedding and event industry, but who is about to come unhinged? All right, just out of curiosity. I mean, guys, like there is a mixture of just crazed chaos along with wow, we're in this like unprecedented, we're in history, not good history, but we're in history, guys. Like this is something that everybody's going to remember. It's going to be kind of like, where were you when Kennedy died? Where were you when 9/11 happened? And then it's going to be kind of like when COVID-19 happened. So it is very odd being back and just kind of watching this from a curbside seat. And it's really kind of damaging and messing with our livelihood, people. Deidre says she is done being left up at home. So just a little bit about me and my personality, just so y'all can know. The moment that the week before things got really bad, I was in South Carolina in Charleston, and I was speaking at a floral design conference. And I was there with David Chutera. I was like living my best life. All the things were really amazing. And then I got home and we were in the middle of like COVID, like all of a sudden I was like, holy crap, what, I really relished those moments that I was kind of, oblivious to what was really going on in the world. And when I came back and realized the severity of the situation, we're there. Yay! Hi, Amy. Yes. So it was crazy. So as soon as I got back, I was like, oh crap, we're like, wow, we're in it. And everybody in this group is an event professional, right? I mean, we all are event professionals. There's something wired in our DNA that says go in emergency mode. Like, let's fix the problem. I mean, we're in the event industry because that's just something that is kind of embedded in our DNA. And so when I first got back, I was like, holy crap, what am I going to, I've got to do something. I can't be on the front lines. And God, how weird is it? Like what the different terms that front lines take now. Now it's doctors and nurses and janitors and everybody else. But I mean, I couldn't really give there. I couldn't just financially drop, all the things for all the people. I mean, I was like, I can't do that. So what did I do? I am a teacher. I'm an educator in the floral industry and the wedding industry. So immediately, the first thing I could think of was I'm just going to teach. I'm just going to teach. I'm just going to give away free education. I hadn't seen anybody do it. Now it seems like everybody has decided to do that, which makes our industry even more. But I was just like, that's the only thing I can think. Oh my God, let me just give away free education. And so I went live on all my platforms. Everybody's saying hi. I went live on all my platforms and was just like, okay, we're in COVID-19. Yes, everybody's freaking out. This is what's happening. But I can't fix the money woes. I can't fix that you can't leave your house. But you know what? I can teach. And so we might be poor, on the other side of this. But by golly, we're going to be smarter. We're going to be more educated about our event industry. And we are going to like be better during this time. And so that's just kind of really where my mindset's been during this. And because I am such an animated, over the top, like woo type person, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. It has been my gateway drug, or whatever you want to say, to get up, get dressed, put my makeup on, get my hair did, do all the things every single day, and come on and try to keep people motivated and inspired and not losing their ever loving ish. Okay, and that keeps me going. One day in 3 weeks, I have decided, you know what? I just don't feel like doing it. I'm going to stay home. And I literally ate 17 gallons of ice cream, 42 candy bars, and cried over all of them. And I was like, nope, that's not my jam. Okay, we got to get back out. We got to start helping the masses. Because for me, that was first and foremost contributing in some way. Anytime there's a crisis, anytime there is a like oh-ish moment, I'm like, how can we fix it? That's how we're wired, guys. That's what we do. So I heard somebody say the other day that what we're going through right now is very similar to a death. Okay. They said, the first week we were grieving, we were just numb. We're like, what do we do? I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? Let's fix everything. Everybody was just kind of like, I don't know what's going on. So everybody just kind of had a nervous breakdown and went into fix it mode. Okay. Which is very much like a funeral. I mean, very, very much like what happens. I mean, so, I remember, not meaning to get too deep, when my dad died, I'm like, oh my God, let me just fix my mom. Like, this is just what we have to do. And then I fell apart later. That's what we do. So week 2, was kind of like, oh my God, what's going on? The uncertainty, the life, and just, there's nothing, I don't know what to do. I need answers. I'm having a nervous breakdown. And then by week 3, we were like, all right, bitches, this is our reality. What are we going to do with it? All right. What's up? So, I really feel like that's kind of what we're in right now, is like, okay, so, it takes about 3 weeks to, like, the reality has sunk in. Like, this is kind of like our new norm for a little while, and we have to start fixing it, okay? So, a little bit about me. I know I'm jumping all over the place. Sorry, I've got ADD. And I hope y'all are just at home having a good beverage, just like I am, because, one of the things we got to be careful about is coming out of COVID-19 and being 400 pounds heavier and a whole lot drunker, all right? So we got to keep that at a bare minimum, just FYI. But you know what? It's Monday night. It's totally okay to do that, all right? All right. So a little bit more about me, is one of the talks, because one of the things that Lorna asked was to talk about my journey. So it's all COVID-19. So I'm going to talk about journey first, but then we're going to get into like applicable things just to kind of help during this time we're in right now. So that's right. Deal with it head on. All right. So a little bit about me. I first started by ice cream. Look, ice cream and margaritas work just fine. I am totally okay with the two of those together. One of the things about me is I never intended on being a career floral designer. I have been in the wedding industry for a little over 20 years, and I say it like that so that you don't know my age. It's a long time. But my first career was, I was a singer. I was a professional singer. That's all I ever wanted to do. I worked in flower shops and had part-time jobs running flower shops and learning how to do florals. As a side hustle, why I tried to figure out how I was going to make big and be this amazing star. All right. As y'all can tell, that didn't work out so well for me, or I wouldn't be here talking to y'all about COVID-19 and the wedding industry. I'd be on one of those two amazing shows that they just had on TV where everybody famous sang from their den. All right, that that's not that didn't work out for me. So, but that was definitely a footnote in my career because I always, like I said, worked part time jobs just to kind of keep that side hustle, to keep me above. Yeah, absolutely, really, to keep me above water. I moved to Nashville. I recorded at Dark Horse Studios. I originally wanted to be a country singer. Um, and this was years ago, like long time ago, way before like R&B and soul and country, and it all immersed into together. But when I was originally a lot was you don't sound like a country singer, you sound like an R&B blues singer. I was very unaware of, even though I immortalized Patsy Cline, that I sounded way more like Aretha Franklin. And so Nashville told me that there really wasn't a place for me there, and so then I started singing gospel. Then I got picked up by a label and had a producer and started singing gospel, but they had a very hard time with the fact that I was white. So that was a huge struggle. And then I wound up going through a divorce. And I don't know if anybody in here has ever kind of had that kind of heartache. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter in what scenario you have to go through a divorce. A divorce just on any level is just a horrible thing to go through. It's probably one of the hardest things I've ever gone through in my whole entire life, prior to my dad passing away. And so when I went through a divorce, I became very angry and very bitter, and my life seemed very upside down. I stopped singing, and a lot of multiple facets were kind of in the fact that like I didn't really feel like I was living my life right and real happy with God at the moment. So I didn't really want to be singing gospel music. I had to quit, just living the high hopes of singing and make some money since I was getting a divorce, and it was a very bad divorce. And so I was very angry and I was very bitter, and I just walked away. And I was like, you know what? And like I said, there was multiple facets to it. Part of it too was that there's not many things that I don't do that I know I can't succeed at, and a lot of times your test has become your testimony. Amen. A lot of times, I was even though I'm the daughter of a preacher, I was born and raised in church. I mean, I am saved to the billionth degree. Walking it is a totally different thing. And so, with so much upheaval in my life, so much disarray, so much chaos, and just negativity, and my life falling apart, I became very angry, and I just didn't want to sing anymore. And also, I felt like I wasn't gonna make it. You go to Nashville and you see the people that clean your toilet bowls most of the time can sing as good as you can, right? So I literally kept letting Satan just say, like, yeah, made it now. You're never going to make it. It's not worth it. Look at your life falling apart. And because of all that, because of just not believing that what God had set aside for me was set aside for me truly, and believing in it, I just walked away. And I gave up. I literally gave up. It was just part of a fight at the time. And so, but then the best thing known to man happened to me. I fell in love with this amazing man and I'm gonna tell y'all so much y'all don't need to know, that I thought was just gonna be this little fling. And let me tell you, he and I just, God brought me exactly what I needed at just the right time. We were both very broken people, and God said, not only am I gonna fix y'all, but I'm gonna fix y'all together. And so we came together and we had just absolutely fell in love, got uh, married, and had my beautiful baby girl, Bella. And at that time, when I found out I was pregnant, I was working on the movie set. Y'all, I'm telling you, I could write a novel. I could write a book about my life. I was working on the movie set 42, which is the movie of Jack Robinson, and I was doing casting. I had absolutely just stumbled into this. We were, I was at no insurance. I mean, I could not have been any worse, any upside down, any crazy. I thought I was giving up singing, and it was in pharmaceutical sales, giving all that up, and I was working movies. God like gave me this talent, this voice, this beautiful thing that I knew I was destined to like serve for His purpose. You know what? I'm just gonna go work on movie sets. Sounded amazing. And then I found out I was pregnant the last day of filming 42. I was coming home for 2 weeks. And then I was starting the movie The Intern. And what I thought was a kidney stone was my beautiful baby girl taking hold and sitting in. So now I find myself in a very even like darker place because I did not really know what we were going to do. I didn't have a job. I didn't have insurance. I didn't really have anything. And I just panicked. I literally was like, okay, I'm going to have to get married at the free hospital or I'm going to have my baby under an overpass and we're going to be living in a cardboard box. Like, this is just incredible. Like, that is not what's going to happen. Calm down. And I mean, just in my mind, I was like, yeah, this is God, I'm 37 years old. I mean, I was just like, way to go. And I went to my mom and I was like, I hate pharmaceutical sales, which is the job that I had quit to go work on the movie. I was like, I don't know what to do. And, she was like, let's do flowers. And I was like, no, I do not want to own a flower shop. I mean, Mom, those years working, because I'd done it on and off. I said, Mom, those years working in a flower shop. I was like, I am not going to be chained to a flower shop for like 108,000 hours on on Valentine's Day and Mother's Day. Like, I just, she was like, no, let's do weddings. Well, at the time, especially in Alabama, I mean, this was about 8 years ago. Nobody really was like, you got your wedding flowers from a florist. There was not a ton of people that just like did flowers. Like, that wasn't really a thing. And so I was like, Mom, people don't know that. She was like, let's do that. So, like that today. She was like, yeah, we'll do that. We'll just do weddings. We'll just do some on the weekends. You won't have to put your baby in daycare. We'll have all the time, and we'll have like the best time. And I was like, sure, why not? All right, let's be real. Okay, first of all, like when you get that medicine at the pharmacy that like drugs you, and it says do not make any major decisions while you're on this. Like there should be a warning that comes with pregnancy. Anytime your family tries to suck you into something and sells you on how grandiose it's going to be, do not make a decision about it when you're pregnant, okay? So, like, yeah, great, let's do it, Mom. Let's see what happens. So we started CeCe Todd and just decided we were just going to, like, run it out of, didn't know jack what about running a business. My parents had owned their own business. I never wanted to be an entrepreneur. I can balance my checkbook. I mean, I was doing most days. I didn't know where I was going. This is not gonna work out well, Mom. So you gotta be the business. I'm gonna be out. All right, got it. So our first year in, we did 25 weddings, and my mom goes, "I'm out. I am 75 years old. I did not sign up for this. We were just supposed to be doing weekend weddings. I'm retired. I'm too old. I'm out." And I was like, wait a minute. You birthed me. Like, of all people, you should know I'm in it for world domination. I don't know why you thought that I was just going to be like, we could just kick this around a little bit. I was like, no. And after my first years, when I realized, ooh, there's so much more out there. And girl, I'm pretty good at this. Let's keep going. Oh, but my mom was like, no, 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 no. I'm too old. I've done too much in my life. I'm out. So now I'm left with this business. I'm like, I can't balance the checkbooks. I don't know what to do. So at the time, my Ivy says, I need to hear this. I love y'all. At the time, my husband was the district manager for a chain of mattress stores, and he was living life. I mean, like he was the only one who was like bringing in a real paycheck and all the things. He did pass the buck. She was like, I'm too old. I'm out. And so I tried to run it a little while by myself, and God just kept growing the business. I mean, I'm talking about like, it's amazing when, okay, so let's pause for a second. One of the things that my mom always used to tell me, okay, one of the things that my mom used to tell me all the time when I was not so much younger, just when I was, you know, back in the day, is my mom would a lot of times, because my dad was a preacher. One time we were talking about, I think it was actually when I was going through my divorce. But I remember my mom saying that think of God as the as Saturn, and think about your walk in life, all the rings around Saturn. Okay, she was like, if you're on the outer ring, the furthest away from God, she was like, you still gonna be blessed, but you're not as blessed as if you're walking in that little bitty ring that's closest to God. You gotta think that outer ring, that's a much wider, like that's the long way around. Okay, that inner ring, that is a much shorter, more close to the like Mecca ring. So she was like, God always has blessings for you. It's just your decision on, are you going to be out here getting the like the sprinkled ones? Or are you going to be as close as you can be to the supernova, getting all that there is? And one of the things that's so amazing is that when you step into something that God has ordained for you, oh my God, there ain't bullets, tornadoes, COVID-19, divorces, hell, fire, and damnation. There ain't nothing that can stop it. It will prosper. Like you can sit home, lock yourself in a closet, and it will still take off. Like you could literally try to sabotage it, and it's still gonna flourish. And that is literally what happened when I see designs. I mean, it just was like God said, finally, hello, I've been trying to get you to do this for God knows how long, literally, since I know how long I've been trying to get you to do this. And now you got here. Woo! Let me show what I have for you. And I just sat and I just wrote it. And now, don't get me wrong, guys. It was full of wrong decisions, failure, growing pains is really what I like to call it. But it is literally the only part of my life that I can visually, not just going out on faith, but visually see everything that had to happen that was unpleasant to get me where I am. Like it just, people would be like, holy crap, it's your first year, you just got your LLC, and you lapped up your business license, you have 25 weddings, how'd you get them, God? I don't know. We market, we didn't do anything, you know. My average wedding when I first started was $500 small budget. $500. I had no clue how to run a flower design business. I mean, I didn't know anything about it. And now my mom had banked out. I'm looking at my husband having a nervous breakdown because I'm like, I can't do this by myself. I can't afford to hire anybody. And now at this point, like we're into year 2 and we've got like 30 something weddings. I was like, my mom's too old, said that she can't. Like, I don't know what to do. And I was like, you gotta quit your job. My husband's like, you have lost your mind. It's the old thing we have with the setting. Like we have insurance. And I know I'm not like dollar, yo, but it's the only thing that's floating. We got a 1-year-old. I was like, I don't care. Like this is going crazy. You got to help me. I can't do this by myself. And finally, wow, I'm in tears close to me. All I've been going through is so hard to understand, but God, still trust God. Amen, Esther. Y'all gotta start making me cry. So, and I mean, and I had to literally go to my husband and be like, you've got to quit your job and you've got to come help me. I know this is what I'm supposed to be doing, but I keep doing it by myself. And so my amazing husband quit his job. Now, I get it as much now, but I used to get it all the time. People used to ask me all the time, how did you make this a full-time business? Like, how did you make the transition from like side hustle? You know what? When you got a baby to feed, a husband to feed, a car to keep gas in it, daycare to pay for, lights to be on, you ain't got a choice. You ain't got a choice. I mean, everything short of doing illegal things, I did it to make money. I don't care. Bring me all your things. I don't care. Mom's got bills to pay. You know? I mean, I had a whole family. Granted, I wasn't in it completely by myself at this point now. Now my husband has quit his job, but this can't fail. All right? Just quit his job. His job that was providing for everything. I had a 1-year-old. We had 3 children from his first marriage that we still had to pay he was paying child support, all the things. And I'm just like, I know this is where I'm supposed to be. Like, I just feel it. And it's so, I knew, whether it's like self-deprecating or not, I felt like I'd never been good at anything except for singing and this. Like, and to be good at this and to be like, holy crap, I've been fired from every job I ever had. I'm not kidding y'all. Either I quit or I got fired. I used to say, you're going to look. Did you get fired? Yes. Okay, let's update your resume. I mean, literally, like nothing worked. Like nothing worked. I just like too out there, too over the top, too late, too whatever, too opinionated. And borderline was I was always supposed to be a singer. So that was supposed to be, so everything else just paling in comparison. Everything else, I'm sticking around waiting until I get my recording contract. That's literally how it felt. So to step into something else and be like, wow, I'm good at this. Like, this continuing to be blessed and go forward. And I'm saying this, like, it literally just was like a commotion. Granted, keep in mind, there were failures, there were pains and sufferings and fights and all kinds of things. But ultimately, at its core, it was going. And I either could hang on and get to getting, or I could just complain or fret or worry. So I just we stepped out on faith. We literally stepped out on faith. Greg quit his job. I took anything and everything that came by. My average wedding was $500. So at some point, probably about 2.5 years in, I had a friend of mine, a wedding planner. She didn't mean it ugly, but she was like, "Oh, I'm sending you a client because they ain't got no money, and I told them that you were the best florist and that you could do anything with their money." And I was like, "Excuse me? No, I am not budgeted anything." And I realized that was like my perception of the wedding industry. I was like, "Oh, excuse me? No. What do you mean it? No, that's not my jam." So then I got pissed. I was like, "Oh, hell no, you didn't just call. No. We fixing that." And then from that point on, I mean, that girl did me the best thing that has ever happened in my whole entire life. So that set a fire under me to where I was like, let me figure out who the non-budget people are in the industry. I'm gonna stalk them. I'm gonna follow. I'm gonna see what they do. I'm gonna see where they learn. I'm gonna see what they have, who they buy, what they did, all the things. And it was like a dog to a bone. I was like, we ain't doing that. Like, we are not gonna be known at that. Like, whatever. This might be 2016. We ain't doing this by 2017. Oh, all right. And it just became an obsession with me to better, to be bigger, to grow. And let me tell you, most people are like, next, you want to do it. I don't know. I was like, next bride that walks in, we gonna have a $15 floor budget. And as soon as I got one, I was like, next bride that walks in, I'm gonna make sure she has a $2,000 floor budget. Next bride walks in, I'm gonna make. Now, did this happen every single time? No. Let's be real. This did not happen. It might have taken me 10 people before I got to that next goal, but once I did, all right, rally around. Let's do it again. We can do more. It was literally like, how much can I keep asking these people for, and how much will they keep paying me? All right. And I was like, oh, and then started understanding what the market looked like, what the market would hold. But here comes Satan again. Satan was like, you're in Alabama. You fool. What? You have hit your top level. This is all you're ever going to be. Take what you got. Like, you're in Alabama. Quit pushing these people. Quit acting things that aren't realistic. And I was like, you suck it, Satan. All right. I was like, this can be done. So I just kept pushing, and kept pushing. And I was like, next wedding, I want an $8,000 budget. I want a $15,000 full budget. Last year, not 2019, but 2018, okay, I had first $50,000 floral budget, wedding budget, $50,000 floral budget, and actually had two within 30 days. All right. At that point, the highest wedding budget I had ever done in just florals was about 35. That's still a big jump. All right. But from 2013, when I started my business, to 2016, I went from budget to lux. All right. And 2016, I had my first $15,000. 2017, I had my first 30,000, and I continued to do multiple that year. And by 2017, 2018, I had two $50,000 full budget. And this year, I am on pace to have my first $85,000 full budget. Let me tell you, there ain't nothing you can't do when God sets it in motion for you. Now, this is the key. To the upswing, all right, the upswing is I have now realized that. All right, I've realized that. The downswing is, man, if I would have believed that when I was a senior, how my life would have changed. I knew that, but I didn't believe it. There's a difference in knowing that God had a plan for you, and it is a plan to prosper. All right, there's a difference in knowing that and really believing that. All right, because in my senior, I knew I was talented. I knew God had given me this voice. I knew that it equipped it. I knew God's gift to me was my voice, and my gift to God was supposed to be what I did with it. But I kept doubting that. I kept doubting that I would never be where I truly was because I didn't look as I wasn't then because I just received electric sleeve, lost 80 pounds, and now I'm too old. Like all the reasons why, if I would have just been like, what, none of that matters. I'd be 85 and 6,000 pounds, and God would still be like, this is what I set for you. Go and get it. I didn't believe that. I did not believe that. And it took me failing at that. And not really failing as an honest word because I still sing. I still love it. It's a passion. I still think. But I think it took me realizing what I could have had. Like this is what I was talking about when I had the rings. I do feel that if I would have believed that, would have done that because I think that's where God had me. And I chose to step away from that. I chose not to believe that I was good enough. I chose to be like, nope, not going to do that because I can't. And God said, okay, you got free will. But then God said, now let's try this. All right? So God put me on a different path. And this one I believed in for some reason. This one I didn't struggle. This one I didn't fight as hard because it felt right. It felt the the place I was supposed to be. I could tell he was honoring it, blessing it, he was promoting it, and I was like, okay, God, I hear you. I see where, okay, okay, I see what you were trying to do there, and I listen. That's okay. God, I put you on this earth, be in a spotlight to shine for me. I chose to put you over here and let you shine from you. Chose not to. So now I'll pick you up by the scruff. I'm gonna sit over here and I'm gonna see if you'll listen this time. And and I listened. And let me tell you, like I circle back around too. When you get to get that ring, okay? When you get on that ring and you're on that path and it's the right one, oh my gosh, the days that failures will happen, pain and struggle, loss and all the things. But as cheesy as it sounds, it's also good. Let me tell you, is there anything in your life that holds value above all else that you didn't hurt for? Let's say that again. Is there a child that you might have that you had to lose multiple miscarriages or something for before you had that child? Is there a job that you never could get hired for and you always were snubbed or turned away for until you got it? Was there a life that you wanted, you met, and then you got it? Okay, think about everything in your life that you love and that is means holds value to you. Was there pain that took you there? Can I get an amen? All right, it has to be. And the things that you've never struggled for, think about that you've never struggled for. How much, if you're honest with yourself, how much value and appreciation do you have for them? Not near as much as the things you had to struggle for. Why did God make a person an alcoholic? So he needed to drag him to the bottoms of the ditch so that when he came out of it, he could minister to somebody who was going through being alcoholic. It could be like, I have been there, so I can help. All right? Failure is part of God. It's part of being an entrepreneur. It's part of wanting something so bad and knowing you're so destined for it, and so knowing it's so perfect for you. It's what you want. And every failure causes you to course correct. If you don't course correct, you will be a mass version of yourself. All right? Every job I didn't get just pissed me off and made like I'm getting it next time. Every job that said no, every budget I didn't get, everything that I failed at, every time when my husband literally became so successful at own business, I had to finally learn how to run my own. I didn't know how to balance a checkbook. Listen here, I am not wired for this, so I need some like just divine manna coming down and feed me and teaching me how to do this. And I became a businesswoman. I hated it. I pushed back. I was angry and I was bitter. But let me tell you, I did it. I figured it out. And let me tell you, every single failure I went through is why I teach. Like the whole entire tagline of Live with CeCe and CeCe School, which is my private group that I teach in, that they pay a monthly fee, is I made the mistake so that you don't have to. I would have no value in teaching if I wouldn't have failed so many places. I failed at people I hired. I failed the very first $10,000 wedding I did that I thought I had made it. I cried all the way home. I told my husband I quit. The only wedding that ever made me want to spend the hour. And he was like, okay, we're going to give back a year's worth of deposits. I was like, no, just going to quit for tonight, and I'm going to be I'm going to open season the morning. But it was because I failed at doing a wedding. I did not have the right processes. I was not equipped. I walked into something very unprepared. And because I did that, y'all think I did that again? How many times y'all think I failed a $10,000 wedding. How many times y'all think? How many times y'all think out of 15 or 20 or 40? No. Because it just takes one time. Let me tell you, failure is part of this industry. Failure twice. All right. Failure is what it's all about. I feel like failure is where the money is. Because if you don't fail, you get fired up for Jesus on how you're gonna. If that person would have called me budget, I'll still be sitting there being so proud of my $500 budget wedding. If that bride or the planner didn't say we don't work with your kind, I'd still be sitting there trying to get her attention. If I literally listened to every person that was like, "You're so over the top, my brides won't like that. Hot pink will not appeal to luxury." Suck it, suck it, suck it, suck it, suck it. All right? Because everybody that told me I could not do something, God said, "Watch this." Y'all hear what I'm saying? All right? So, that being said, I need for y'all to understand, because I could do this all day long. I need for y'all to understand that if God puts you here, He is not going to abandon you. Number one. All right? That's the most important thing. Now, God might have do something for a season. This is something I still have to grapple with. At any point in time, God could be like, "That I had you do CeCe Designs. That was a thing. I don't want you there anymore." And He could take it, not necessarily take it away, but put me in action. And I have to be okay with that. Do I believe that? No, I believe in my heart of hearts that this is just going to keep on keeping on. But I got to be diligent in the day that He decides to do that. Don't right now, though. Okay? So that's number one. God did not put you there to abandon you. He might shift you. He might put you on a different ring. All right? But He is not going to abandon you. He did not give you a desire of a heart and a love and a drive for something to just be like, "Just get it." That's not how it works. All right? So you've got a fuel, a passion, a fire. You're like, "I meant this. I am meant to be a designer, a planner." Like this, like if things just grow, all right? Keep at it. Quit self-guessing yourself, all right? Because if He brought you here, He will carry you through it. One of the things that Greg and I were just talking about the other day, I don't know how I got so peachy, sorry, I hope you don't mind, but we were talking about Moses and wandering in the desert and the 40 years, and that Moses didn't carry him. And I was like, "This is a little harsh." I remember telling Greg, I was like, really? Like, he listened to God for 40 years, and like on the 41st year, he was like, "Yo, we ever gonna get there?" And God was like, "Well, because you didn't listen, you ain't walking in there with them." But seriously, like, there's no timeline. There is no set that you have to follow. There is no watching somebody else's journey does not make your journey any different. You just have to believe that it's coming. You have to believe that He put you down the desert with nothing but a family and like a little satchel of some bread and water, and He gonna get you there. All right? And there are days that we are on like 39 and a half years, and we're like, "For the love, God, for love." But you just have to literally believe that it's coming. Ivy says, "I'm tears." Oh, it's coming. I truly, truly, truly believe that. I am a walking manifestation of that. And guys, let me tell you, I have not had a horrible life at all. This is why I always think I never would have made it on American Idol, because I did not have been the whole life. Well, Dad was a crack addict, and I was abandoned as a baby and left in the ditch. No, I had a good life. Dad died 2 weeks after I graduated from high school. My mom and I struggled. I had to go to work, and I couldn't go to college. I've lost every job. It has not been an easy life for me, but it hasn't horrible. But but something that was so amazing, guys, I can't tell you the just peace and the calm comes over stepping into where God wants you to be, and you riding it out. Okay, because God will provide. God never says, I'll provide and you won't have to struggle. If you got anything from this, the struggle is what is making you awesome. All right? The struggle is what is making you be better than everybody else, which is bringing me to my last point. While we are in this time now, God has quieted us for a reason. Has anybody thought about that yet? Has anybody thought about the fact that God just shut the world down? One of the big things I have come into my adulthood is knowing God, when He has tried to teach me something, it is very unpleasant. All right? Very unpleasant. And just like a child, it took a hot minute before I realized the sooner I learn what He is trying to teach me, the quicker I'm going to be out of this. So, what is God trying to teach us right now? Has anybody thought about that? I don't know. I wish I had the answer to that. But He quieted us for a reason. And I truly feel it's for us to get in our business and for us to be amazing. Let me tell you, the people that are going to come out on the other side of this, the people that are educating themselves during the time, the people that are working on their processes and getting them in place. I say all the time, if you act like a small business, you will always be a small business. If you act like a Fortune 500 company, you will be a Fortune 500 company. Let me tell you, you should have processes in place to where 100 people to come work in your business and know exactly what they need to do. You would employ one. You should be having conference calls with yourself. All right, team, this is what we're doing today. You run your business like you have an army in your arsenal. So that when you do, you understand how to be able to those people. Right now, my husband said it, and it was so amazing. It was the 2020 goals that they set before 2020 that they start working on in January. That we ain't got nothing else but time. Now, God has gone. We have no event to look forward. We have nothing going on. What are you doing with this time? What are you doing? I am oddly enough trying to get better. God has quieted me to get me away from work. I think everybody's walk's different right now. God has made me get away from work. And my 7-year-old stay home 24/7, 7 days a week. And I have work. There's no reason why I can't be a better mom, spend more time at home, be more. I'm still not great. I'm still working. It's still a work. It's still work inside here. But He has me here for a reason. He has me focusing on my employees, my processes, my contracts, let me tell you, now time. And I just saw somebody drop this meme of these people dancing in the emergency room. That is a prime example. I know this is a horrible analogy. Do y'all remember when 9/11 happened and they kept showing the emergency rooms and all of the doctors and nurses and all that were just eating? All the beds and everything, and they're waiting at the door for all the people to come in that were going to need help. All right? Now, that is what we should look like right now. All right? Because let me tell you, when we come out of this, there is going to be so many and so many fish. You won't have to fight with each other over business. Guys, I am worried, I say that in a great way, that the landscape of our industry is going to look like weddings, Thursday weddings, Friday weddings, Saturday weddings, and Sunday weddings, because there's not going to be enough time to get all the weddings in from everything that's going to be pushed back. Let me tell you, God is taking what Satan meant for harm, and He is quieting us to use it for our good. How many times? Someone here has complained, I don't have time. I don't have time to do that. I haven't had time to work on my contract. I haven't had time to work on my process. I haven't had time to hone in my canned responses. Who has said that lately? You got time? Time is all you have right now. Get out. Be in your business. Get ready for the comeback. Get ready for it, because it is going to come. And when it comes, it is going to be on fire. You better be prepared. You better know how to overstaff. You better have clauses in your contract that say that they are susceptible to upcharges, because now think about this. If you're working your staff 5 in a row, now you're paying overtime. Did you have to pay your employees? No. So you better working that into your contract now. For everybody that postponing, or do they move into 21, because 2021 should have been when you were raising your prices every year. Who in here raises their prices every year? I do. Every time you feel that you get better, you need to be bumping that stuff up, people. Let me tell you, charging 5 years ago, you behind the curve. Your curve has been flattened, all right? So now it's the time you get in there, you hunker down, you think about, what is the landscape going to look like after this? Am I prepared? Do I have a team? Do I have a team that I can pay over time? Do I have processes in place to where if I'm having to run 3 weddings on 1 week, I'm like, these notices, this notice, everybody they need to go. Go, do it. Do I have that set aside? I guarantee you there's not many people, even myself, that can say that they have that. Now's the time, people. Now's the time. Because ones that are going to survive on the other side of us are people that know how to run their business right, people that know how to run their money right. That's a whole other live talking about profit first, run my money. And what I do, and let me tell you, I was a failure at it for a good 4.5 years. All right, run their money. People that have accountants, like that is number one. I say that's the number one you should be paying for right now. Still paying for your accountant. Now it's not people that are still marketing and promoting. My husband is like, he does all my social media and all my marketing. GT Marketing Consulting. He does it for the wedding industry. He's like, now stop talking about COVID-19. Stop being doom and gloom. Quit sitting there and just being like, oh, no. Start social media promoting. You need to get back to promoting your weddings. Be aware of what's going on, but be present social media. Because let me tell you, these brides, they're still planning their weddings. This is one of the things I've been telling people. Guys, all the brides that were like December, maybe like October, November, December of this year, they're like, I'm good. I'm not real worried about it because it's all going to be over by then. You're right. This will all be over by then. But you know what? You're probably going to have to fight with over your date and the vendors that you wanted. Now multiply that times 10. Now you won't be fighting with like 30 brides, because all of April, March, May, possibly June, could even July brides are all pissed off, still trying to get married as soon as we come off of this. And now they're in your time. Like they're now in your window. So I've been telling my brides, I've been preaching to the masses, do not think that you can sit back and ride this out. I don't fear January 2021. You better be planning your wedding. You need to be I have 4 Skype consults this. You need to get back to social media and like open for business. How can I service you? Skype meeting? Absolutely. Let me do a design presentation for you via FaceTime. What do we need to do? I'm a planner. You want to have some consultation hours on how you should be working on a wedding right now. Start thinking about how you can still service these brides during this time. This is not shutdown time, guys. You should be working harder right now than you were working before, because now the time, the quiet before the storm. The storm's coming in a good storm. Last but not least, all right, you should be very aware of all the financial bailouts. You do not apply for money when you need money. You ask for now. You are not privy to the grant. Guys, start figuring it out. Call your accountant. Mine is Andrew Mann. Come see him in the group. He's going to find out about all this. That's really the point. The point is contract. We go in on this, and then I want questions. I know I've gone an hour. It's probably just supposed to do 45 minutes. I'm here as long as y'all want. I've got the ask me questions, okay? But last but not least, I am going to get on my most passionate thing that I feel. Actually, the first was my passionate, but this is my passionate thing. Guys, quit giving money back. Right? Look at me when I say this. All right. Now, first of all, if you ain't got a good contract, that's a whole nother live too. We gonna be talking about in CeCe school. But if you got a contract and you have in your contract that your deposit is non-refundable, do let me see you out in any wedding group asking people, oh no, should I give my deposit back? I mean, it says in my contract that it's non-refundable, but I mean, it's COVID-19. I feel so. Hell no! Stop it! Most people don't know. Is what most people don't. My dad, my stepdad, is an attorney. All right. One of the first and best business advice he ever gave me, because he knew I believed hard. He knew that I would give a full way to anybody who asked me, and I just felt for them. All right. So the first thing he told me is a contract is two ways. Not only is it to protect you from the client, it also protects the client from you. So we all worry about our clients breaking the contract, but have you ever heard about that you can break your own contract? What happens to you? Let me tell you. One of the best things he told me is he said, never let it be you that breaks your contract, because if you break your contract, you make yourself susceptible to every client before that signed that contract and every client after. What that means, let me tell you. All right. So if your contract says non-refundable retainer, aka don't do it, you pay it, it's done, you don't get it back, no matter. If you're on that and you Sally Sue COVID-19, I don't have anybody, we decided to cancel our wedding because all the things are okay, let me give you money back. Even though it's a non-refundable deposit, you broke your own contract. Now, 5 years from now, Kelly Bay comes by and she's like, you know what? No, I booked you for my wedding, but everybody else better. I would really like to have my deposit back. No, ma'am, it says in my contract that it's non-refundable. Yeah, well, I heard that in 2020, because of COVID-19, that you got it back. Well, it's COVID-19. Who the hell cares? One of the things he told me was the judge doesn't care. He didn't care that it was for COVID-19. What it matters is that you were picking and choosing who you chose to give your deposit. You cannot say it's a non-refundable deposit no matter what, and then be like, oh, well, except for COVID-19. Like, just the fact that you don't like me isn't a good enough reason. The judge is going to be like, you can't show favoritism unless your contract says, I'll give money if an act of God happens. Now, go. If your contract says, I'll give money back, you just rude. Like, literally, guys, can we just get real? That poor attorney that you paid to spend all that time a force majeure, which means something out of your control happens, or an act of God in your contract, that's what's going on. Force majeure. An act of God. Like, why even put it in the contract if it actually happens? Y'all, no, just kidding. Nah, we fine. Yeah. So this is an act of God. It's a force majeure. But we go, let's just have your money back. Why did we go through the trouble putting it in your contract, people? You should have just put in your hell. You ask, I'll get money back. It's fine. That's what you should have put in your contract, because if you're going to go through all the trouble of creating a contract that you paid an attorney to write this verbiage for all these things that you don't give money back for, and then that's like saying, I'm not going to give you money back if I get hit by a train, but I get hit by a train, I can't give you money back. But it says in your contract that that's the one thing you don't give, but it's okay. Yeah. Do y'all hear what I am preaching? I'm just as passionate about this as I am about Jesus. Okay? So, quit doing it. It has got you are yourself up. People ask me this all the time. You're opening yourself up every single time you give money back. Every time. Now, am I saying the jerk? No. I have things in my contract that says they're not supposed to lower it 10%. Okay? And we're giving that right now. Yes, that's not big. I'm not breaking my contract. They can dissolve a contract with, like, think about this. Every client that's postponing, you're dissolving that contract and having to do another one because you're going into a different event on a different date, different time with them. Now, guys, do not take my word on this. I do want you to listen to me, but I always have to say, consult an attorney. Every state is different. But this is an average rule of thumb. Okay. I had somebody over in another florist group argue with me about this, and I was like, fine, argue all day long, all these people to give their money back, and then like 90% of the people were like, she's right. And I was like, okay, do you? But God, do like what it I know I've said this multiple times. The people at the end of this, like, and I hear people say, well, they're going to write a bad review. And so you're going to have great 5-star reviews for a company you don't have anymore because you went out of business because you gave all your money back. You business because you broke your contract and other people found out and they're suing you. Oh, great. You got all 5-star reviews for a business you don't have anymore. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? All right? I am not saying be mean or be hateful or be trying to work with them. Do everything you can to help them, but do not break your contract when it says, I do not give money back, and then don't do it because you have made yourself opened up and susceptible to losing it all. And let me tell you, all of our work is not done on wedding day. At this point, you know how much work I've done on weddings that are even postponed? Like, I've done a ton of weddings. I've scheduled staff. I brought in design, planned. I've done all this stuff. The time was spent on that. I don't feel bad about keeping your deposit. And you know, I don't like, cancellation is not an option. First of all, we postponing. Well, I just think we're going to go to the Justice of the Peace. Awesome. We'll have an amazing anniversary party back here on 2021. So you are not going to want to look back in 40 years and be like, I just did the Justice of the Peace. If that's let's talk about the money you're going to lose in all your deposits. My deposit was this. The caterer's deposit this. Once all of a sudden you bring that up, all of a sudden they're like, okay, we're going to have a party. Guys, so much. Like, I could talk about this for the next 3 hours. But those are my key points. Quit giving money away. And if you don't have a contract and you don't have this in your contract, if anything, God kept you quiet and put you on this live today so that you could understand how important it is to have one, and how important it is to stand by one. So, who has questions? All right? I'm trying to look at all. Y'all been talking to me. I stop. Sometimes if I stop, I start crying because I get real passionate about things. So a lot of times I can't stop. But the one conference calls, I love Ivy. I love seeing you say things. There's questions. Hey! All right, so ask me any questions you have. That I am completely transparent. There's nothing that is off the table for me to talk about. I feel that this shutdown happened for everyone for a reason. I don't know. Just for everyone, I don't know, but me. I started my business this year, goals for 2020. And have definitely been doing that. Amen. Y'all should have your full armor on right now. Yes, ma'am. Get ready, ladies. Getting come for free. Yep. I just talked about this in my last Zoom class. Get ready to be ready that you are ready. Amen. 1-on-1 is paid one. I live with CeCe and CeCe School on. Oh, I love you, Tasha. Thanks for giving out that information. I can't refund because I can't get refund. Yes. Did you hear me say that the other day? Let me tell you. I missed the best part, y'all. Listen, Mama just bought a new car. Until Infinity calls me as boo, you good? You ain't got to pay car payment. 2019 car, brand new car. We're good. You keep that. We're just gonna call it solid until we're out of COVID. And so my mortgage company for my house payment calls me and says, yo, you good? You ain't gotta pay nothing during this time. It's COVID. Have y'all gotten a call? I ain't gotten a call. Y'all, I am still paying for my daughter's school and she's her ass at home. So your bills. Just like, it's COVID-19. Y'all got to pay for that. So why would you do that to a bride? Why would you be like, oh, I'm so sorry. It's not crappy. Stop doing that. Tisha knows. Tisha and I've been friends forever. She's been in all classes, all my days. She hears me preach this more. Girl, let me tell you, she's heard all this. Business. Right. They went to Target and be like, well, can I just have my money back? I don't have a receipt. Like, it's COVID-19. I just have my money. No. Boo. Can I just take this because it's COVID-19 and not have to pay for it? Oh. I go lawyer to get your contract done. Absolutely. There are great free resources like the Knot, over in CeCe School. I don't do it live with CeCe, but if you're a paid member of CeCe School, I always share my contract. I'm completely transparent. I talk about my business, the contract, and what it looks like. But I always tell people they're great free resources. If you go to the Knot or Wedding Wire, they always have like a sample contract you can download. But let me put it to you this way: your contract is a paragraph. You wait for all. Your contract should read like a best-selling novel. Your contract should have all the crap that you did that you don't ever want to do it again. You need to constantly be adding new things to your contract to where it should be pages. But you can go and get just a good basic one, and then have an attorney look it over. Have them make more revisions every time something happens. Like, this is a mistake. Failures, every time those happen, then you should be like, adding that to my contract. Yep, you're gonna make me work in the field with no water. That's gonna be an extra charge. Add that to my contract. That's how contracts built. All right. What will the best we can do? What will the best we can do now with regards to social media? All right, Jessica. Hold on, I gotta grab my charger. My husband is on, and he'd probably be the best person to answer that for you. Just so I'm clear, the best thing you can do right now in social media is be aware, like, be conscious of the situation. I'm not saying, like, don't talk about COVID-19, but I'm saying that you don't have to only talk about COVID-19. Tell people, hey guys, I know that this is a traumatic time for us right now, but we're still open for business. We're still, reminiscing back to the summer when we, last summer we did this wedding. We cannot wait for us to come off of lockdown. What are you at home dreaming about for your wedding? Have you got vendors booked yet? Don't forget, you still need to book. Like, there are so many social media. People want to look at other things besides COVID-19 scare tactics. I mean, just scare them. Like, give them beautiful flowers. Give them things. Give them events that you've done to look at. Remind them of who you are, to where even if they're not in the planning stage right now, you're going to be there. Because let me tell you something, people ain't got nothing to do but be on social media right now. So if you're not making yourself known, you are losing tons of exposure. What are y'all doing? Y'all, it's 7 o'clock on a Monday night. Y'all watch me. Social media right now. All right. So be a presence there and let people continue to see you. I only reschedule it. No refund. No, it's yes, ma'am. That's hard. I have to get on to you. Taisha, yes, I've learned time from my investments have paid off. I feel like we've grown up together. I still need to add force majeure clause. I have the act of God clause. And yeah, and Taisha just brought up a very good point, guys. Those are two totally. Most people, for the longest time, we just had an act of God clause. And depending on who you ask, some people say that COVID-19 is considered an act of God, but most people say it is not. So that technically wouldn't even cover you. You have a force majeure. I'll be like, what the hell are you talking about, CeCe? So, for an example. So that's how important levels of knowledge are. Knowledge is power in this industry and in life in general. You have to have knowledge about things. You should just be like grossly just absorbing everything you can get right now and learning from everybody. Because, like I said, what Taisha just said is something y'all should walk away with. Both of those have to be in your contract. Can we can have Greg on to speak soon. Greg would be amazing, guys. Y'all, he has a free group. Y'all should be a member of it too. He teaches all kinds of things about social media. Greg, why don't you drop a link? This is the man that literally is the behind this craziness on social media and marketing. Let them see the real you, especially on Instagram stories. Amen. I mean, he gets asked all the time, like, can you make me CeCe? I'm like, oh, hell no, I can't make CeCe. There's only one opera mold after that. But the best way you can emulate what she has to do in social media is all CeCe does is she just is herself. I like this is not an act. I like 24/7, 7 days a week, all the time. I have my moments, but I am extra. I am over the top. I am all the things all the time, and my husband can attest to that. Oh, Lord, me go both BRB. That would be awesome, Lorna. I would be, he would be amazing to have. Love the Todds. Love you. I'm here. Love. Because nobody this time, and nobody did. Like, any more questions, guys? Anything? I am literally an open book. I am here for y'all. Whatever you want to ask, please come over. I'm going to get Greg drop a link. Maybe Miss Lauren will to Live with CeCe. That's my free group that I taught in every single day for the first 2 weeks of COVID-19. I took last week off, and now I'm going to teach in CeCe School this week. Now, CeCe School is my pay group, but it is really amazing. We opened it back up. Usually you can only get in when it starts open. We had not planned on opening it, but I just opened it up during COVID-19 and said, if you want to get in, you can get in. And it is super amazing. We have had over 35 new members, and we have a little over 125 in there. And what CeCe School is it's teachings like today, but 3 times a month. So usually what I do is I have a live tutorial every single month. I have a business tutorial every single month, and you have to have a speaker in every single month. I think Tara Skaggs is the guest speaker. It's my ambassador one. I love her. We have Joy Proctor coming up. So we have just really we've had Megan Edie and Megan Brown, 2 bright lights. So I'm all super passionate about it over there. So if you want information about that, we can drop that too. But that is where we do the really intensive education. But Live with CeCe is where we have fun and just do. But ask me the questions. It is worth every dollar. I've been in since day one. Yes, Mary, you have been. Mary's one of our ride or die. She got around a CeCe School. And actually, we are coming up with an accreditation program to go with it, too. All right. Anybody else have anything they want to ask me? Because I'm here. And I hope that y'all got a little bit of inspiration today. I get inspired when I tell my own story. I'm like, look how far I've come. I get so excited. Thank you, Patricia. I'm so glad you're in CeCe School. Just remember, guys, the biggest takeaway I want to, I'm going to run real quick, is that God did not bring us here to abandon us. That He is constantly working on us, and that He is not giving you the desire of your heart to not fulfill it for you. So stay strong. Believe that you are perfectly equipped, okay? You are perfect. Like it does. I don't know if I fully said it earlier, but in my singing, if I would have truly believed it didn't matter what it looked like on paper, and it didn't matter how much I weighed or how much money or what family I came from, none of that mattered because what God ordained for you, nothing can take it away. Nothing can. Do you understand that? Like people were kicked out of heaven trying to do it. Doesn't happen. They can have you. They can try. They can sabotage you getting money. You're not good enough. They cannot take it away from you, right? And if this is something you're passionate about, and if you fully believe God has you for a reason, that's fine. Because let me tell you, point number 3, part of this, failure is inevitable. God did not say I will give you life with no pain and no struggles. He just said I will give you the desires of your heart. And it hurts to put it out of something the size of a lemon, like push a watermelon out of something the size. It hurts. It is not easy, but you gotta be on the other end. All right, pain is part of the process. All right. So believe in yourself. Believe that just because there's pushback, pain, and there's struggles, this is not what you're supposed to be doing. Believe in it. Because if He's ordained it, it is meant for you. On the flip side, if it is ordained for somebody, this has been the hardest lesson I probably had to learn. That I had to believe, if it's ordained for me, I'm going to get it. But if it's ordained for somebody else and I don't get it, I can't be mad. That was their blessing. All right? You gotta be okay with it being somebody else's blessing too. That doesn't mean you gotta give up a dream. Doesn't mean that you'll be here. Doesn't mean you're a failure. That just means that you just did out. It's not your time. It's somebody else's time to get the blessing on the road. All right. You just gotta trust. You just gotta right. Have a good one. Right? Number 5, be rested. All right? God has you filled for a reason. You better not come out of this on the side and still be like, well, crap, I wish I would have done it. God's giving you the time. It's quieting us for a reason. Learn what that is. Oh, hurry up and learn, brother. Get out of this right now. Okay. And last but not least, Psalms 91 over every single one of you. I pray that every day for everybody that is in my group, everyone that I know. He says he'll give his angels charge to protect thee. That is my life verse, and I wholeheartedly. Please come and sign up for CeCe School or Live with CeCe. I don't care what you're in. I would love to have you. Myrna, thank you again for having me. I'm so sorry I took so much time. What numbers dwindled down? We started out with like 80 people and now we're up to 39. But if y'all will tag me, if you can ask questions or you're still watching on the play, I will do my best to do and answer anything I can. You're safe. Protect yourself. Pray. And know that this too will pass. We're going to come out of people and we're going to be better in spite of it. I promise you. I can't wait to see you later over in any of my groups. Thank you again. I have loved here. Y'all to drop